going to sit down and we're going to talk about WWE Clash in Paris. But before we do, I mentioned earlier that this is the last PLE, pay-per-view, whatever the fuck, that's going to be on Peacock. It's the very, very last one that they're doing. And then they're moving to ESPN. Regardless of what I decide, as far as getting the streaming site or not, I don't know what your plans are going to be. I just want to let everybody know out there, regardless of what streaming site these pay-per-views are on, I'm going to see them through one facet or another. So I just want to put it out there for people that when we watch, we're still going to watch our shows. We're still going to do our conversations. I stopped calling them roundtables because they're we just needed to change the things up because the system just wasn't working the way that it was. We did a new show, so we're doing new things. So they're conversations now, not roundtables. But we're still going to have them leading into big shows. Like after this, they've got something going on in October in, what was that? Crown Jewel, and then Survivor Series. Survivor Series will probably do another live thing for that. I usually do them for the big ones. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and then me and Dave usually talk about the shows that are in between. Before we begin, did you get a chance to watch the whole show?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure before we get started, because there was a few times where it was like, oh, I missed this one, so we can help each other out. Because there's actually one match on this card that I was in the room for, but Alex was talking. I don't know. I kind of missed a bunch of shit. So you might have to help me out. It's the second match. So you might have to help me out with that one.
Well, listen, I know you're asking for help, but I'm gonna give you a spoiler right now, dude. Right early, we're gonna do this at the top. This shit was a drag.
Yeah.
It's funny because you want to hear the funny part is I was waiting for you to send me this so I could see the times and this was a verbatim. I know they felt long, but I didn't have this idea until my buddy said it, and he's like, holy fuck, I think every single one of these matches have been 30 minutes long.
Oh.
And now that I look at the times...
Yeah, very close.
Oh, no fucking close. These times don't match how they felt.
Oh. Well, there's 6...
I'm interested in what you think about it.
Yeah,
I am very cynical about this.
There's 6 matches on the card. I'll just run them down real quick. Match 1, 22 minutes. Match 2, 13 minutes. Match 3, 13 minutes.
This one felt like fucking 40 minutes.
Yeah. Match 4, 20 minutes. 5 was 26 minutes, and the main event was 24. And it felt every bit every minute felt like it. Our opening match, Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, really into this match. I was really into this match. The 22 minutes fucking... I'm sorry it hurt it. It did. I felt they were trying too hard to get Bronson Reed over. They had the crowd in the palm of their hand for so much of it. And, I think another reason like a match like this felt like forever, it was a lot of afterbirth. This particular match, bell to bell, 22 minutes. But then
there was more.
There's so much more that happened after it with the shoes. Yeah. And the selling, and then the beatdown on Roman, and there was so much happening after the fucking match. That's easily another 10. That's easily another 10 minutes added.
Easy
to this time here. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed. They were trying their best, like I just said, to really make Bronson Reed look as big a superstar, no pun intended, as they possibly could.
For what it's worth, though, man, I think it's working, dude. Like
he's really good.
Starting to. I'm buying into the Bronson Reed. Like, I know when they first started pushing him with the tsunamis and stuff like that, I was like, I don't know. But as time went on and where we are right now, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what to do with him right now.
Yeah.
But he feels like it's one of those things like there's something there. He has star power. So now the question, he's not a star. I wouldn't say he's a star. But he has star power. There's potential. Yeah. I struggle seeing where that takes off. I think this was a good look, especially obviously across the ring, one-on-one with Roman Reigns. Like, that's a very good place to put him. If you're gonna have star power, this is where it should show.
Yeah.
I think it did, but I do agree. It was if this whole from not from bell to bell, from entrance to exit, if this was 10 minutes less total, I feel like it feels much better.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I would even keep the afterbirth if you just shorten the actual match time down.
Yep.
If the total segment as a whole was about 22 minutes, I would have taken that. Because at least then, in my mind, maybe through the mind of the viewer, that once the match ends, it's almost like a mental restart. It's like, okay, the clock starts over again because now we're doing something different.
And you're telling story at the end, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's supposed to bridge to whatever they're gonna do next. Yep. Yeah, which has been dope. The whole tribal thief thing and the Shula Fala thing is getting over, and Paul's got the shoes and all that other stuff. Paul taking a guillotine choke has to be one of the fucking funniest things in the world, because if there's ever been a non-wrestler that I've seen who was masterful at avoiding taking bumps, it would be Paul fucking Heyman. And he's just like, oh, you're gonna, and then you'll take this move. Oh, I don't even have to fall down? Fuck it. Guillotine choke. Just fucking stand there and get choked the fuck out. Also, side note, I have no disrespect to Paris or France or any other country for that matter. But I don't know how comfortable I would be in an emergency situation heading to the ER. Just for the language barrier purposes. Now, I know kayfabe, he didn't actually go, but I'm just, in my head, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to have like a throat injury and then be in France. Because I'm just, that could be an issue for me. He's like, get someone from the consulate down here immediately to translate through this situation. And I thought of you at the very start of the show. I should have said this before we got into Roman and Bronson, but this match reminded me of this, so I'm going to bring it up now. It reminded me, I thought of you instantly at the start of this show, because we've been here before, have we not, you and I? We've had this conversation in the past. I do not like French fans. I don't like them. I've said this before. Have we not been here before? As soon as the show started, and they did the thing with the flag, when they put the little pieces of paper up or whatever, and it was the flag, and I said, oh, I forgot. I hate y'all. I forgot. I forgot where we at. Because
they take over a show.
They take it over.
It becomes about the crowd, weirdly enough. And we've said this before. I feel like, and I don't know if they're just selling it, so I'm getting got if that's the case. But it feels like if you're the wrestler, it's amazing. The energy is so good. That's what I at least see on their faces. But on TV, dude, it just doesn't fucking translate.
They lower it down. They're too loud.
And it's still loud.
And it's, I know. Yeah. That AJ pop on Raw is all you need to hear right there, because you hear the initial loud pop and then you hear it getting lowered down. Like you could actually hear someone moving the button down. But I didn't have this problem in Milan. I didn't have this problem in Scotland. I don't have this problem when they go to all these different places. It's France is insane. And
I know it's a bad take, but I feel like Saudi's the best. Their fucking crowd. Their crowd is so good.
Blood money enthusiasm, baby.
Dude, it's like they're really fucking loud and into it. You know what it is? I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like the disconnect for me is that like France has a lot of things that they do that it's like I'm out of the loop. It's like they do these chants that I don't know what's like.
Yeah.
I can't relate to it.
It's not for you.
And it's massive.
Yeah.
And it's it's just a lot. I don't know. It's disconnecting for me anyway.
They do this thing where the count happens and they go 1, 2, and they kick out and go. There's something that they say after it.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then me and Steph were joking about it because we heard it a few times throughout the show, and I started to feel like it was starting. You ever seen Beauty and the Beast? You remember the candlestick? He was talking French. He would go "Sacre bleu," and I was like, "Is that what he's saying? Is that what they say? Are they going 1, 2, sacre bleu?" I was like, "What are they saying? I want to know." Yeah. So I don't like this crowd. They love themselves so hard. I get American crowds are at the bottom of the totem pole right now. I don't like American crowds because they're on the opposite side of the spectrum. They don't do
Nothing
shit.
impressed them at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They're dead inside. So, and this one is way too lively. So, and then they're like, "Oh, we're back in France in January." I was like, "Oh," and then they were like, "We're back in France in January," and then they laid out like this whole tour of being in Europe in January. And I said, "You know what though? That's smart because the Rumble's in Saudi Arabia. So if they could cut down on travel leading up to that, that's actually pretty fucking smart." So I was like, "All right, that makes sense. I'll do it." But yeah, so the reason why it triggered in my head right now, taking it back to Roman and Bronson, because Roman was playing a lot with that, and I had it.
He has no choice.
No choice, but also,
No choice.
I kind of felt. And this is just a thought. I don't have anything to base it on, but I had a feeling they saw it coming because they've been there before, and they know that this audience can get really, really into it, and they start taking over, and they start doing chants, and I had a feeling like someone told both Brunson and Roman, just play with it the whole time. Let them get that shit out of their fucking system. Hopefully by the end they'll get blown up. But like, because there's no way around it. They're just going to fucking do it.
Especially with the Roman Reigns thing.
Which they, by the way, they used that chant for like a couple of other people.
Yeah.
They've used that exact. They also do it for Cody, right? Cody runs, Cody runs. They do it for other people, so it's not even like a Roman chant. It's just that.
Yeah, but
song.
it sounds better when you say Roman Reigns.
Well,
like it just flows better.
It flows better when you acknowledge your tribal chief at all times.
That's it.
So Roman Reigns does defeat Bronson Reed. Good decision, bad decision. Should Bronson have gone over in this, or was this the right call?
No.
Too soon, right? Too soon.
No. This was done perfectly. Like I said, beginning to end, shave off 10 minutes. This was perfect. Everything went the way that it should. Bronson takes a L, but also Bronson destroys. This is perfect.
Okay. Well, the Wyatt Six defends the WWE Tag Team Championship against the Street Profits. We have more teasing of a breakup between Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the hot take right here.
Don't care.
I'm gonna give you the hot take right here. Everyone's on Tez's nuts, but I love me some Angelo Dawkins. I can't stand Montez Ford. I don't give a fuck how high he can jump. He annoys the fuck out of me. He's like I've said this before, and I've made a few of my friends laugh with this one because as soon as I said it, they couldn't unsee it. He reminds me of as like a goofy backyarder. He's just a goofy backyarder. He does all the old school WWE taunts. He does the suck it. He's a funny ha dude who just happens to be athletic. And then even when he is athletic, he's always doing old school classic wrestling moves like a goof, like not even like to steal it or to improve on it. It's just all the backyard wrestling shit when all the kids used to get together and just do finishing moves they used to see on TV. That's what he does. That's all he does. Angelo Dawkins to me is he's a big dude who can move. He's coming off the top rope. He's doing dives. This dude could do the power moves. He's got that spinning splash in the corner. I like Dawkins. He looks more like a tough guy to me than fucking Montez Ford. Montez Ford is in shape, great body, great athlete, but he looks like a goof. He's always doing something goofy, funny. Ha 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 ha. I'm over it. I can't wait for this fucking team to break up. I want Angelo Dawkins to have everyone eat shit. Because everyone's looking at Tez. I'm looking at Dawkins. Now, to your point about who gives a shit, overall, I don't give a fuck what you do with either one of them. But if I've got to choose between the two, I'm going Dawkins. Yeah, that's my guy.
My thought on this is this show would have been a lot better if we cut 26 minutes and 17 seconds out of it.
I just did the math. math in front of me. It's like,
So
oh man.
this is 13-10 of it. This shit. Listen, I think Triple H is the victim here because he is. I don't think it looks like he's trying, but I feel like in my heart he really is.
I feel like he's trying.
And he's
extra
trying
hard.
to find the pulse of the tag team division, and it's just not fucking there, dude. It's just not there. You're stable with the Wyatt sticks or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're doing absolutely nothing at all. I mean, Street Profits, like I'm good on them right now. They're all the other fucking tag teams right now are all lackluster, honestly. And I think this goes back to the point about Ray Phoenix, and or the Lucha Bros being separated. I think that could not have been the best decision for them because they'd have no one to work with.
Yeah, they would have been lost in the shuffle of just
They would.
more guys.
They are so much better separate. So much better separate right now because there's no one to work with. There's no one to work with, and I don't know if it's exposure. I don't know if it's actual raw talent. I don't know if it's just hard to. I mean, we talked about before, like I believe on that Super Show we may have made mention. I believe that's where it was, where it's just like, you know, there are some people that might be great talent, but right now there are quite a few good storylines and people on the move that we just don't have enough room. And I think the tag team division within itself is not in a stable place enough to be placed somewhere where it makes sense. And the talent that you're trying to work with, i.e., the Street Profits, the Wyatt Sticks, like these are people that should be tag team competition. We're not talking about taking two superstars, putting them together, and now we have a tag team, right? Like these people are made to work with each other. That's what they do, and it's still just not fucking hitting. And I don't know, again, if it's the talent, if it's the positioning, or what it is, but this shit is garbage. I don't need this. It's a waste of my fucking time. I don't care about anyone in the ring. If I see anyone from the fucking Wyatt Sticks interfere into a fucking match again, if I see Nikki Cross come out of the fucking ring one more time, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Like, none of this is story driven. None of this is tantalizing. None of this feels good to watch. I'm anticipating nothing but the end. So I don't know what they're going to do with this tag team division. There's no light. I can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. There isn't a single tag team that I'm excited to see or buy some fucking merch for. So this is brutal. And it was a drag. It really was.
I was already done with Wyatt 6 a while ago. But this the SmackDown before this pay-per-view, when Bo Dallas was talking to the Street Profits as Bo, right? He's not in the Uncle Howdy attire. He's just Bo. And he's talking to the Street Profits. He was talking to the Street Profits like Bray Wyatt. He was, I don't know if I'm not going to insult the man and say he was doing an impression of his brother, but it sounded like his kind of tone and sound. You know, he was talking to him. He was like, and you know, like that cadence. I was just like, what the fuck is he doing? I said, no, that puts dirt over it. It's done and over with. Y'all need to chill with that shit. Now he's out here trying to be Bray. Oh, my God. Yo, not for nothing. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. You lose a family member, right? But, homie,
they need to let this go.
You need to let this shit go. Either you're good enough to do your own thing or you're not. I don't know. This does not work at all. It's not doing anything for anybody. Speaking of not doing anything for anybody, Becky Lynch defending the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship against Nikki Bella. And before we travel down this path, I just want to say for the record, as far as Nikki Bella goes, right? I don't think the bar of expectation for Nikki Bella was especially high for this match. I think anybody within
It should
a
be.
logical sense.
No, it should be.
And why
It
is
should be
and why, I'm
because
curious. Why is that?
don't induct her as a
And there it
fucking
is, and that's why.
as a WWE legend,
Hall of Fame,
Hall of Famer,
legend, revolutionary,
and this is how
pioneer.
she performs. Say
Right.
what you want, but Goldberg or Nikki Bella, you're picking Goldberg. All right.
This time I'm picking Goldberg.
Trish, I have learned and been humbled that she is the GOAT. Okay? But Nikki Bella, I don't know what I was watching. I did not hear once anyone say you still got it. I don't think she had it at all.
No.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I think Becky was kind of trash here too.
We'll get to that in a second.
And I know she's top caliber, but there's a thing I've been trying to explain about Becky. And I don't know how to say the words that hit, but to me, I saw it. It's like she's her own individual player, role playing at a high level of role play, and she's the only one doing it. Like she's the only one in this play. She's the main character, the side character, everything. And this really exposed it to me because Nikki was so far outside of Becky's level and range of caliber that the disconnect in the chemistry was insane. When she did that jump off the rope kick to no one at all, nowhere, we rewound that 6 times and couldn't stop laughing. Like the timing of these two, the outside when Becky was getting her head smashed into the table, absolutely disgusting. Like
just slapping the table with her hands.
What the fuck am I watching? This is the person who's supposed to be, and you can't tell me that she's not put here in this position for this because I don't understand why she would have the fucking Intercontinental belt to begin with. But she has this belt to give it some prestige, and she's doing nothing but making it look worse. And it's gonna get even worse when we get to the end, because I got my fucking say about that. But that other 20, the other half of that 26 minutes I was just bitching about to make this better, this is the other 13. This is absolutely terrible. It was a fucking drag watching it. I didn't care about anything that was going on. I just wanted it to be over. And this was the match. We all agreed. This shit feels like 30 minutes. And to see that it only went 13 is just justifying how bad this shit was miserable to watch.
I'm watching it with my wife. And from the bell, my wife goes, Becky is selling off. I said, what? Now, I am both embarrassed and extremely proud of the machine that I have created in my wife. She sees everything. Even the shit that I'm missing, she sees it. She's watching, she goes, yeah, she's selling weird. She's selling weird. She's taking Nikki's punches weird. She's doing something. Like, it's off. She kept saying something was off, right? And I'm watching, I'm like, I don't know. I got to go back and see if she's ever sold like that before. I'm trying to give this woman the benefit of the goddamn doubt. But the match is continuing on. And the match is continuing on. And yeah, you brought up the kick to nothing and all that other stuff. I'd like to refer you to the manhandle slam, sir. I would like to refer to you to the manhandle slam. Because miscommunication after miscommunication, Becky throws a line. I'm going to safely assume the spot was Becky throws a line, Nikki ducks, hooks her. Right after the line, she ducks, she brings her arm up, she hooks up Becky, gives Becky her own move, the manhandle slam. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm assuming is about to happen. Now, for those of you out there who've never trained and don't understand what I'm about to say, I'll explain it to you. The manhandle slam is essentially a rock bottom, known affectionately in Japan as the uranagi. What a rock bottom is, and I know everyone knows they stand side by side, but your arm, you hook your arm across the chest of your opponent, and your hand goes over that opposing shoulder, possibly back of the head, but mostly just over the shoulder. When you hold that person arm to chest on the shoulder, that inside arm comes up. And then you lift, they jump, simultaneous, Say you took a back bump, that's a rock bottom. Okay, that's a manhandle slam. Becky throws the line, and Nikki did not put her arm over Becky's chest and onto her shoulder. Nikki took the arm she threw the line with and hooked her shoulder blade. That's it. Just a shoulder blade and an armpit. At a rock bottom, your arm is across the body. You're at least covering 90% of the body. She has approximately 7.879% of the body. She has no body weight. It's a disc. She just has a shoulder blade in her fucking arm. And she has no idea in her head that she's missed this spot entirely. She hooks a shoulder blade and then proceeds to lift like she has this superhuman strength. Now, Becky is not a big back. She's not humongous. She's dainty in frame. But no human being, you can't pick up a toddler like that. There's too much weight. A shoulder blade, you're going to throw somebody's fucking arm out. But to the credit of absolutely nobody involved, because they're all stupid, she hooks the shoulder blade, proceeds to lift like she actually has the move on, and Becky's dumbass jumps. So Nikki lifts, Becky jumps, it ends in a back bump, and I can see it on both of their faces. They're done with whatever the fuck this is. And then it dawned on me. It finally hit what it was that Steph was saying was off. I started seeing it. Becky and Nikki Bella, they were doing Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan. Becky was trying so hard to overdo everything. And because of that, Nikki couldn't keep up. Because Nikki's, despite her Hall of Fame status, is not a wrestler. She's not. Nikki Bella is a Hall of Fame because she was able to carve out a niche audience that really, really loved the divas. Mm-hmm. The little girls, the teenagers, and the adult women who live that lifestyle of the glam and the reality TV and the total divas and all that stuff. They were fans of the Bella Twins. Not the wrestling community. Now, say what you want about Becky today. Once upon a time, the wrestling community did accept Becky Lynch. That is absolutely no longer the case. We're going to get to the end of this pay-per-view in a second because I think I know where you're headed, and I think I'm on board with what you're about to say. But in this contained little area here, this was a car crash waiting to happen.
And it happened.
The minute this match
kind of like your Canada story.
Yeah, the minute that this match was announced, I could foresee no good coming from this. Nobody wins. And then to see the masterpiece that was the fucking clusterfuck that this was fucking amazing. 13 minutes. No fucking way. There's not a chance. And Nikki's got the craziest cottonmouth in the world. She was blown the fuck up. And here's the problem. Here's the biggest thing too. She's so bland, a human being, that she's blown up. And she doesn't even look tired. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look sad. She doesn't look pissed. She doesn't look frustrated. No emotion on this woman's face at any point in time. None. She's just there to... This was a training school match between a student and the teacher, and the teacher was the teacher was going for it. Come on, keep up. Here we go. Andre, take down. That's all that this fucking was. To your point, Becky's doing more damage to that belt than helping it. She's not doing anything positive for that belt at all. And the end of this pay-per-view is actually going to make it worse. But we'll get there in a second. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this next match. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Rusev and Sheamus. It was a match.
It was a Sheamus match.
It
I
was
like Sheamus matches.
Sheamus matches are good. They're
I love
comfort.
Sheamus, man.
Sheamus matches are comfort food, man. Comfort food.
Yes, yeah. Listen, when he was up there, not to say that he's not a big star, but when he was the champion and stuff like that, I'm like, man, they really pushing this guy a little fast. I think that was around the era of the fast pushes, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it was.
But like, he's just aging like wine for me, man. If Sheamus is on the card, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And he looks great. He's losing a lot of that weight that I know that he had the little back.
The little stubborn
back.
little, yeah. He's looking
my
good.
my buddies are upset about it. They said they like Fat Sheamus. Fat Sheamus was awesome. They wish Fat Sheamus would come back, but he looks great. He's putting up the weight down, and he's like a older. Am I assuming wrong that he's older than Gunther? I feel like he is.
That Sheamus is older than Gunther?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think he might
Gunther
be.
just looks old, but I don't know. I feel like Sheamus might be older, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well,
like,
Sheamus right now
he's been around longer. So
yeah, he's definitely been around
like,
longer. Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it's like I see them both kind of in that like same boat. He's like a vintage Gunther. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love Sheamus. Rusev, I'm a fan. I hope they can figure. I hope he doesn't go down the same route as who's the guy that just left? We were talking about it.
Just left WWE?
Yeah,
Karrion Kross.
Yes, I hope he doesn't go down the same route as him where they just can't really find his identity. But I'm a Rusev guy. I like Rusev. I like what he's done. He's I'm happy to see him here. I think this is a good spot to put him in with a Sheamus. But again, like I said, not like you said, not much to say here. It's a good old fight between the two. And again, anytime you put Sheamus in the ring, I'm there for it. I'm good for it.
Sheamus, 47 years old. Gunther, 38.
47? There's no fucking. I would have never put him at 47.
Sheamus was born January 28th, 1978.
Holy shit, he looks amazing for 47, damn near 50, dude. Yeah. Holy shit. So now I feel bad for fucking Gunther, dude.
Oh, wait a minute.
If you would have told me 47 on Gunther, I'd be like, you know what, I'll get it.
Rusev, 39. So
okay, he's up there too.
He's up there too.
He's another one that lost a lot of that fat.
Oh, I'm getting recommended wrestlers now. CM Punk, 46. Jesus Christ.
He's old. But yeah, these two, not bad. It wasn't a terrible match. I think, here's the thing. Quick take. If the rest of the card was fire, this match, in my opinion, probably would have been on the lackluster side.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because the card was so weak, especially up to this point, aside from Roman. At this point, this was refreshing. So
yeah, definitely. So after the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, we had the match. John Cena, Logan Paul, one-on-one. We don't have many John Cena appearances left. They spent one on Logan Paul, and at first I was like, I don't know. Not that I thought it was going to be a bad match. John Cena's on the clock. I don't know if that's the one. And then I watched it and I went, oh, thank God we did this.
Verbatim.
Thank God.
Verbatim. Literally, as it was started, I said to the group, dude, I'm like, are they really going to spend one of John Cena's end run on a Logan Paul? And you know when I said that out loud, I felt like a piece of shit. I felt like a hypocrite.
I felt like a piece of shit.
Because I've been damn near Logan Paul's #1 fan since he got here.
Facts.
And when I saw this, I'm like, are we going to spend this on Logan Paul? And then, like you said, when it was over, I said, okay, yeah, this was Cena. Cena wanted this. Cena wanted to be able to have a go with Logan because of what he's been doing, and they performed.
And they did.
I loved Cena in this, actually. I don't know if Logan brought out the kid in Cena, but he actually looked like he had a lot of fucking fun with this match, and it showed. I actually would argue this is probably one of the better ones of his finishing run. It's up there. Like, the energy was good between the two. I liked it.
To your point, John had a face that I've seen before That's when a veteran has a match with a young guy and he's cheesing like that. That is the face of a veteran going, "Ugh, he listens."
He did a Hurricane Rana.
He what? He what?
He did a Hurricane Rana on him, dude.
Yeah, no. They were
Is it me? I want to recap. We got to recap at some point. Sidebar. We need to do his final run and see how many non-John Cena moves he's done in each one of his last matches. Because I swear he's doing something deliberately.
No, they acknowledged it. You didn't hear after? He said like when he did End of Days and all that other stuff they were doing in this match, they were doing finishes that were in tribute to all of John Cena's best opponents.
Oh,
so all of the guys that he had like a tremendous amount of fun performing with, they were doing all the moves from it.
Which is why he bust out the Styles Clash.
Yeah, Styles Clash.
Was delivered like ass, by the way.
Yeah, no, he has no idea
how to do that. That was a doo-doo Styles Clash. But I respect
he has no idea how to do that. But we tipped the cap for the attempt. You know, he's never done that one before. You know?
It was trash though.
And now we know
he got no air.
So he literally just fell down.
It was like a reverse tombstone.
What movie was that? He was like, "All right, you did your thing, but now we know that we will never do it again."
Never do it again. Yeah, absolutely.
If you had a ticket to Paris, save it. That's the night John Cena executed the Styles Clash. That's going to be worth something because he ain't never doing that shit again.
Hats off to Cena. In my opinion, this was match of the night. So
I think that's the general consensus as far as the run has been what it is, and I'd like to sit down when it's over and like really dive into how this whole thing went down because when it's over, I think this is going to be one of the most talked about farewell tours because it's not the first one, but it's definitely one of the most unique. You can have your controversial takes about the heel run if you want, but like overall as a whole, this was a very unique run because I think the heel run makes this one of the most unique because if you go from the Royal Rumble build all the way to the end of the year and you just look at all the ups and downs and unique positions and opponents and all these different things that he did, like this was a very unique run. And I would love to sit, especially to see how it ends. I definitely want to see, because it looks like it's going to be John and Lesnar at WrestlePalooza too. So they're gonna finally burn that match off. That'll probably be a main event. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as far as Paris goes, this was, like you said, it was basically match of the night right here. This is it. I
liked it, yeah.
Which takes us to our main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins defending against CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. And I know it's burning a hole in you. Go ahead, go for it. This is the main event. We're not going to go blow for blow. We know that Seth Rollins retains. We saw how this show ends.
But I don't want to jump to that just yet.
You don't want to jump to that?
Well, no. I don't want to jump to that real quick because I do want to give a shout out. Okay. To my boy LA Knight.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm not saying this is changing the game for him. I'm not saying nothing crazy about it, but what I do want to say is he needs more of this, and I don't know if people agree, but I do like taking the made star power, especially at the height of it right now that Jey Uso has, and putting LA Knight around him. I like that. I think he's the one that could be a good attachment for LA Knight. Put him in a different bracket, nothing too high, nothing too low. I know Jay looks like he's in a weird place where he's still main event, but he's not a runner for the title at the moment. Nor will I guess I would accept the argument that he may not see the belt again. But at the moment, while he's still hot, I think one of the things we've been arguing, or at least me anyway, have been arguing about LA Knight, is that he needs more of this positioning. And I think being in this 4-way was really good for him. I think he showed out like he normally does in matches. I think the Raw after, a lot of his talking was good. The back and forth, the tag team match, like I like this for LA Knight, and let's see what they keep doing with it. But that was my takeaway for this four way. Is I just kind of like the way it positioned LA Knight. I'm not saying he's out of here. I just like the positioning, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, you don't feel the same way.
I'm over him.
I get it.
I'm over him. They had their chance to pull the trigger with me. I'm not going to keep falling for the electric cupcake. After a while, I know it's going to shock me. I don't want to do it anymore. They get close, they tease, they give you this inclination like something's going to happen. And I don't just mean win a world title or win a championship or something like that. I mean, we get moments like this from him where he looks like he fits. He's right there in the main event picture. Here we go. This is going to be LA Knight's moment. And and I'm not even saying he drops the ball. He performs well. Good promo, good build. The match is pretty decent. It looks like he's got the whole package. And then the next thing I know, he's fucking with Tozawa for some reason. I don't fucking know. So I don't know exactly what's happening with the ebbs and flow of things. I know right now he seems to be on a bit of a hot streak as far as who he's in the ring with, because he was the one in the ring when Seth Rollins did the whole knee thing leading up to SummerSlam, and he was the one that kind of had this whole thing going with because it seems like everyone's arguing with the Vision, but the one that you're not remembering is LA Knight. It's like everyone's beefing with him. Roman's beefing with him. Punk's beefing with him. Jay's beefing with him. And then, oh yeah, LA Knight's pretty mad at them too. So I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. I don't dislike the guy. If he was to win the belt tomorrow, I'd be with it. But as far as me getting hyped over the fact that he looked good in a main event match with 3 bona fide main eventers, I've seen it already. This is the same guy I saw compete for the Universal title against Roman Reigns at a big pay-per-view. We've been here before. Until they pull the trigger on something major, I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I'll be back into it if they give him a decent run. But for right now, I'm done getting my hopes up over that shit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And then, so we get to the shitty part of this, where I mean, at this point, I'm like, this is a good match. Like, it's a 4-way. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but they're working. They're working the match. I don't like a lot of rest spots when there's so many people in the ring. And there was quite a bit of that in this, and it just kind of disconnects me. When there's so many people, there should always be fucking action, like real action happening, not stall punches. Like, give me something. So, but whatever.
A WWE Fatal 4-Way is just several singles matches taking place at once.
Yes, and that's a very good way to pull it, because that's the way it feels.
That's the way it looks, and the vibe is, because they're just taking turns. Okay, I'm going to hit you, you're going to hit me, you bump, boom, and now LA's going to hit me from behind, and now we're going to go at it, and then I bump, boom, and now LA and Jay is going to, and then you just keep this thing going over and over and over. It's a sequence of things. It happens, when it happens in Fatal 4-Ways and Triple Threats, like, it kind of stands out. I think it happens in gimmick matches too, like when they have, like, multiple man ladder matches. It's the same system, but it's more believable because when Tommaso is doing a spot with Tez to the floor and they drop, I understand he's going to be out for a while, right? He just took a table bump. When it's a 4-way like this and it happens, it stands out more because all you did really was just get punched or kicked, and now you're down for the next 4 minutes.
And then you roll out the ring, yep.
Yeah, so I don't understand what took place there. So, especially like with the logic behind things. So, one of the spots toward the end that blew my fucking mind, because I don't understand why and how that happened. LA Knight and Seth are doing something with each other. LA Knight gets the better of him, and Seth's on the table. And then LA Knight goes to the top rope or the second rope like he's going to jump off the table and crash through Seth. When he gets to that part, Jey Uso climbs the ropes, starts fucking with LA Knight. LA Knight kicks Jay off. He takes the bump. Now LA goes to the top rope, drops the elbow, but Seth's been laying there for so long. He moves, and LA Knight misses, goes through the table. He's hurt now. And I watched that spot, and I said, where's the logic in that? Because if I'm in a fatal four-way match and the champion's on the table, he's knocked out, he's not doing nothing, and this guy's going to jump off the top rope, through the fucking champion, through the fucking table to the floor, why am I stopping that from happening? Why am I interjecting
If
at
you're
all?
Jay, yeah, I got you.
Just let this motherfucker kill himself and the other guy. I'm going to go over here and fight Punk for a while and hopefully get a quick fucking pin so I can win the world title. Why would I interrupt that?
Yeah.
So it's little things like that. I understand why they did it in context, meaning we need a reason for Seth to be able to get out of the way, so this is what we're doing. But, like, it's just a dumb thing to do. It's not realistic. It doesn't make logical sense. Yes, it's bad storytelling. Now, they tried to use it on Monday when they had the Raw after, where LA Knight was telling them, he's like, you're sitting here mad at the Vision, you're sitting here mad at Seth Rollins. Well, I had a chance last night to get rid of Seth Rollins, to put him through that table, to end him, and you stopped that from happening. He didn't even bother to ask why. He just mentioned that you stopped that from happening. That's your fault, which is true, but we never got a reason for it because there isn't one. There isn't a reason. It doesn't make sense. Why would he stop? Yeah, I can see if LA Knight was dropping an elbow on Seth in the ring because a quick elbow drop, boom, quick pin, 1-2. Yeah, you got to interfere. It's to the floor. What do I give a shit? This jackass jumps 15 feet off the fucking top rope to the goddamn floor. Why the fuck would I stop that? But it's little shit like that. But yeah, but in the end, I know we need to get to the hoodie. We need to get to Becky Lynch with the big reveal. She is a member of the Vision. She comes through and she fucking attacks CM Punk, and that leads to a Seth Rollins stomp and a retaining of the title. Seth Rollins is still world champion. Becky Lynch is the Intercontinental Champion for the women's division. The power couple back together again on camera. Very briefly earlier on they did this, but this is the return of it now in full regalia, especially based off of what happened on Monday.
Oh my God.
Which is a whole nother bag of shit. And so this leads into Becky Lynch now becoming a full-time member of the goddamn Vision. They're in the stable together. It's been rumored for a while. It's official. It's happening. And I just clicked on something that ruined my audio completely. But yes, so this is a thing. Where are you? Because you sound like you fucking mad as fuck about it.
This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I mean, I think I'm on record. I might be on record. I don't remember. But I said Seth Rollins could do no wrong. And I feel like this is wrong.
Uh-oh.
Like, I hate this. I fucking hate this. I hate she's dominating the mic. I hate on Monday it was Becky Lynch and CM Punk cutting a promo and not Seth. I hate that it looked like he potentially set up CM Punk to come up the ramp and get jumped, but instead it turned into a stupid ass shout match with Becky smacking CM Punk, which I think they think that went harder than it did, but it was more annoying and irritating than it was like a magical moment. Like I get what they were trying to do, but it just irked the fuck out of me. Like I feel like she did that way too long. I was just going to say I could her to do that as long as she was doing it.
Yeah, I was just going to say I think I could explain to you right now why it felt so off, because what idiot would stand there and just get fucking smacked? It was fucking dumb. Well, if she smacked when he turned around and caught the first smack, I got it. But then when she started fucking paintbrushing the motherfucker, I'm like, and you're just going to fucking stand there and just get mollywopped in front of all these fucking people on global fucking television?
It's I know we tied in the Raw with this, but to me it's all one giant clusterfuck. And the last thing, I'm here for Seth Rollins. The last thing that I want is Becky Lynch becoming the mouthpiece
for the Vision.
I don't. That's the worst thing.
You know, with Becky Lynch being in the Vision now, I have to ask the question: when Paul gets out of the hospital, does he accompany Becky to the ring now? Because he's been accompanying Braun and Seth. So now are we going to get?
I wouldn't pass him to do it. I mean, take the people out of it. The storyline, it makes sense. It's just her, man. I don't know.
You're just over her. You're over her. That's what it is.
I don't know if she's always been this way, and I don't remember because I don't remember this Becky Lynch. I remember the steampunk goggles wearing extension hair, orange hair Becky Lynch. Like that's the one that I remember, and I don't remember her personality being this way. Now, granted, I wasn't that attached around that time, so maybe it was. But her attitude and her persona is just unappealing. I think she is a single character D&D game, and she's also the dungeon master, and she's playing the game on her own, and everyone else around her, like it's like she thinks everything is working the way. Like I don't think she understands what it looks like versus the way she's like executing it. Yeah, it's really hard for me to explain.
The vision in her head isn't reality.
It's not doing what she thinks it is, and it's fucking annoying. And now that she's a part of this is going all the way to Mania, and I just it's kind of ruining it for me.
We gotta saddle up and buckle down.
This is gonna be a wild ride.
This Punk's Rollins thing. It, like Dusty said, it will never be over. Just like Punk said it. He used it on Monday. This thing between me and Seth will never be over.
And that was my one thing. I remember just deliberately saying when the cash-in happened, I was on record saying, finally, we get the storyline we were supposed to get. And this completely derails it. It is no longer about Seth and Punk now. It's about these weird fucking mind games with other people involved that I just want Punk and Seth. And now it's official. I'm not getting that.
I get this vibe like they're going to make Becky like a co-leader. Like she's going to be in the back giving orders to the Bronze.
Dude, she's married. What is his is hers.
Oh, man.
I don't know which Braun she owns.
I was going to say, if they get divorced, which Braun did she get? If I'm her, I want Reed.
Well, clearly she's into jacked dudes, so if Seth's smart, he wouldn't let her be owning the jacked one.
Where are we on that? Because I've heard that phrase used for him a lot recently. He said it on one of the ESPN shows. She used it on Monday. He's jacked. Seth Rollins is jacked. He's jacked. I'm like, I
would say he's
in pretty good shape. I'll give it to him.
Fit. I wouldn't call him jacked.
Jacked is like, that's a different level. Bruh. At this point, would you say like LA Knight looks jacked, right? For his age, he's got like cut.
He is more jacked than Seth Rollins is.
Yeah, he's cut the fuck up. Like it's
damn, Bobby Lashley is jacked.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you say jacked, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's looking a little light to be called
Even Brock Lesnar in his like not so bulky size right now, to me, is fucking
2002 Brock Lesnar is fucking jacked.
That's different. The roids were going through the veins, baby.
Oh my god! Straight into the goddamn brain.
Buff Bagwell, that's jacked.
Oh man, he just passed recently
what?
too.
We might have to do a counter segment where we call out all the jacked wrestlers.
I can't wait to do a whole segment on whose body is the best.
Picture each one of them aside a Seth Rollins picture, and then we can justify if he's jacked
and just fucking ruin. Just ruin fucking Seth Rollins' confidence.
I don't know if jacked is the fucking word you want to be using.
Uh-huh.
I can give you all the things that you wanted before.